Watch possibly for a choke. Yep, arm in guillotine here. Oh,
Cranking on it.
6'2", 205 pounds, 31 wins, and just 7 losses, 18 knockouts, and 5 submissions. Not bad for an old man. There's a name that's been respected, echoed, and feared since his debut in the UFC.
Glover Teixeira!
Glover Teixeira has proven time and time again that he's a force to be reckoned with. With every challenge that he's faced, both inside the octagon and out, he's proven time and time again that he's one tough mother. He has no problem taking a few hits, but you'd better be ready when he serves it back to you.
Rocky Balboa say, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you get hit, and keep coming forward. That's all about, baby.
If you decide to go toe-to-toe with the Brazilian Rocky Balboa, you'd better bring a pillow, because he's putting you to sleep. And at the age of 41, this light heavyweight isn't going anywhere but up in the UFC, ranking 3rd in his division. Fighters like Teixeira are breathing, hard-hitting proof that UFC isn't just a young person's game.
So you don't have like an end, like, oh, 45, I want to be done, 42, I want to be done. You're just going to go as long as you can?
Yes, I can't plan there. I just want to keep going, man.
Yeah.
It's over when he says so. But Glover Teixeira wasn't always the UFC superstar we know today. Before he was knocking out contenders in front of sold-out arenas, he had a humble beginning. A farm boy, hailing from Sobralia, Minas Gerais, Brazil, a city with only one gas station and no stoplights, Glover Teixeira's tale is truly one of rags to riches.
That's one of the reasons I do good in fighting, because I always grow up with the hard work, you know. I used to watch on TV, and I used to go and kick the banana trees and stuff like that, but never had the opportunity to do it until I come here to the United States. I said I want to be a fighter, and 5-6 months later I was fighting.
Some people are born with the spirit, heart, and work ethic that creates champions. From digging holes as a contractor to digging graves for his opponents, Glover Teixeira is without a doubt a special breed. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Ultimate Fighting Network, and make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to follow more fighters like Glover Teixeira with us. Glover Teixeira's battle didn't begin in the octagon. It began years before, when he made his insane journey to the United States in 1999. Always the fighter, he had to do what was necessary to achieve his dreams. Seizing a work opportunity in small-town Connecticut, Glover flew to Mexico and then came to the United States on foot.
I had a cousin that was, he was bringing people, you know, to Mexico.
Okay.
And at that time I was 18 years old, and he's like, Glover, you want to go with me? And I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. You know, he's like, I go on the trip with you. And I end up coming with him, and of course come to stay. He said, I got a guy over there, he's gonna get you a job. We went to Mexico, and we crossed the border of the,
wow.
Because in my town, you know, I'm from, everybody was coming already at that time.
After a grueling 5-hour journey on foot and under the cover of night, Teixeira finally made it to the United States. He was just 19 years old. Soon after, he settled down in Danbury, Connecticut, and worked as a laborer. That hard physical work would give him the physical strength he would one day show the world and his opponent's chins.
When you first get here, they just give you a shovel and say, hey, dig holes.
It doesn't matter what it is. Teixeira's a natural. Just give him the tools he needs and stand back, because the job is getting done. And digging holes would give him the experience he needed to bury his opponents, one knockout at a time. Looking to hit the gym in his new home in Danbury, something amazing happened to Teixeira. Despite being a Brazilian native, he stumbled across something he'd never seen before. And it wasn't just 6 inches of Connecticut snow.
The jiu-jitsu gym, I thought was like a little weird, the guys grabbing each other, and my friends like, you don't know what jiu-jitsu is, huh? I'll show you. Yeah, we went to Blockbuster, and we rent a tape, first UFC 1, 2, and 3. I was like,
This is the moment that changed everything. A tape showing some of the greats. Fellow Brazilian and jiu-jitsu pioneer Royce Gracie and UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock. Men who would lay the ground and pound work for what would become one of the most competitive and respected battlefields in the world. The battlefield where Glover Teixeira would soon make a name for himself.
I started looking all the videos about Rickson Gracie and, you know, about jiu-jitsu, learning all this thing, because I was a big fan of martial arts, but, you know, Mike Tyson, and I was like, oh, I want to box, and then I watched this, so it changed my whole, I would say I want to be a UFC fighter. Yeah, I was like, I got to learn that, man. Next day, I signed up in the gym.
Wow.
Teixeira joined his gym in December 2001, and his first fight was in June 2002. He was hooked, but someone he could never have expected was watching him. After seeing his first fight, MMA fighter and trainer John Hackleman invited him to come to train at his California gym. His domain was known as The Pit, and The Pit was where one of the greatest fighters of all time went to hone his craft. His name is Chuck Liddell.
I didn't know much then, and John just come to me and say, yeah, you're pretty tough, man. You want to come down and train with us? I was like, I didn't understand English. So my friend was like, yeah, he wants you to train with him. I'm like, with Chuck Liddell? He's like, yeah, of course, I'll train with Chuck Liddell. So
You know you're good when the top name in MMA and the UFC is scouting you so early on. But Teixeira was a natural and would flourish in the pit. He became not just training partners, but close friends with two of the toughest guys in the sport. That pressure would create diamonds, as all three of them pushed each other harder and farther than they'd ever gone before. Getting lessons in wrestling and stand-up from the champ is a recipe for disaster for anyone who goes against Teixeira, and it shows. He'd go on to earn his black belt in jiu-jitsu, become one of the light heavyweight champions in sport fight, and win the Brazilian ADCC trials in his weight class. Wherever Teixeira goes, he guns for the top spot. With Hackleman and Liddell now in his corner, Teixeira built a record of 7-2. The UFC quickly took notice and was all too eager to sign him. But with an undocumented status in the United States, the UFC couldn't offer this rising star a contract. This was going to be a new fight for the man from Brazil, taking 3 years to finally become a permanent resident. But that didn't stop Teixeira. His ultimate goal was almost within his grasp, and he's not about to let that slip. He continued to train like a madman and compete in Brazil, winning 10 fights while overseas.
yeah, I train at Academy Delfim, first Tijuca, Rio de Janeiro, and with Pedro Rizzo and a bunch of other my friends that they used to come and was like, hey, can I do MMA with you after everything started? But me and Pedro is the main guy, but like then we found a bunch of guys, and then in Manguinhos oil company just opened up a big camp for us too. So then we move up to Manguinhos, and we have the Manguinhos camp, fight camp over there now.
Teixeira isn't going to stop. It doesn't matter where in the world he is, because the desire to train, learn, fight, and win is instilled deep within him. That love and passion is what draws fighters like Pedro Rizzo and Chuck Liddell to him. He's already made a name for himself before he's even signed to the UFC. Finally, in 2011, he gets the news he's been waiting for.
Oh, Ed, say, hey, Ed, I called Joe Silva, I got the green card, man. I can be in the United States in 10 days, so.
But Liddell, Hackleman, and the rest of Teixeira's training partners in the pit all noticed something when he came back to California. He had only gotten better. Most people would give up, but Glover Teixeira's not most people. But now, Teixeira is 32 years old, and the people who were once cheering him on 3 years ago are now saying he's too old. It's too late for him. And in 2012, the younger Kyle Kingsbury was ready to put that theory to the test in the octagon. Kingsbury already had a record of 11 wins and only 3 losses. And at UFC 146 in Las Vegas, it was time for Teixeira to show the crowd just what he had been doing all this time in Brazil.
He's got an arm triangle. Arm triangle. Trying to finish it right here. He's going to freezing for the submission. It is all over.
In just 1 minute and 53 seconds, Glover Teixeira showed not just the UFC, but the world that he has been and will always be a force to be reckoned with. Age ain't nothing but a number, and if distance makes the heart grow fonder, then distance makes Teixeira grow stronger, because he's not stopping there. Boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, you just can't hold him down.
But like I say, we're here to do business. Let's do business, you know?
Glover Teixeira is living proof that it's never too late to fight, never too late to give it your all, and if you think otherwise, then he'll be happy to meet you in the octagon. But what do you think? Will someone younger and hungrier be able to retire Glover Teixeira? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to our channel to keep following what has already proven to be an amazing career. See you next time.